Come from the shot, I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Lose you back and I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 22. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll drop to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 64 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Ryan.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
20, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
46 yards.
And the Colts have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 58 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Back to Taylor on first down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 66 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run once more with Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Black shot. 53 to Mike. 53 to Mike. Check pass. Check pass. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. 33, yellow.
Coming to you. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
You ain't doing nothing. Steal, check, steal. Blaster, 6.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll look to throw again. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 40-yard return following a punt of 49. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
125 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st and 10, Taylor now. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. It's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
A give for Taylor running right side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On play action, they'll throw. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on third and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Rashad Penny, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone, Roger.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Patterson running between the tackles. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
55 mark, 55. Ready.
Here's Patterson again.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They'll run with Patterson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big.
There he goes, right side. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point safely through, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Ten black.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Rodgers on the return. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Julian Blackman bringing him down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd and 9 now. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Handoff running left, Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. He's got room at the 30, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to the ground now, Patterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go now. Black, 95. 53. Yellow.
Check. 53.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive until about the 23. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
Hey, I've just got to think to myself at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go. Yellow, 22.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Let's go. Ready, go.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Indianapolis,